Breaking tonight, big news in the Hillary Clinton email scandal. Just before we came to air tonight, an unnamed State Department official telling Fox News that some of the nation's most sensitive, top secret information was communicated on Mrs. Clinton's server. It was highly classified at the time, contradicting one of the key arguments in Team Clinton's defense. Also, another big development, this State Department source suggesting to Fox that a Clinton insider must have been the one to actively strip the classification markings off of the information before sending it, which is a felony, potentially punishable by serious prison time. Judge Anna Napolitano is our Fox News senior judicial analyst. And, Judge, I just want to clear it up for the viewers. So this State Department official is saying we now know at least one email was top secret.
Right.
That the State Department doesn't have the capability to mark a document that way. So it had to come to state from someplace else in the intelligence community.
If I may, the email that we now know about, a State Department source speaking to Fox News, indicated that it contained satellite imagery and signal intelligence. Now, the State Department is not capable of producing its own satellite imagery or its own signal intelligence. Everybody knows what a satellite is. Consider signal intelligence basically surveillance.
So the document had to come from someplace in the intelligence community into state.
And no one in the intelligence community would send this document without marking it top secret because they would expose themselves to a felony.
Okay. So the source goes on to say, therefore, somewhere between the point these documents, because we believe there were two, came into the building and the time they reached Hillary Clinton's server, someone would have had to strip the classification markings from the information before it was transmitted to her email, Hillary's email. That would constitute
a felony. Absolutely. It would actually constitute two felonies. The first felony would be altering a top secret document, and the second felony would be placing a top secret document in an insecure place, which is Mrs. Clinton's server, a place not controlled by the government.
Why are they so sure that happened? Why couldn't it be someone in the intelligence community screwed up and didn't mark the documents classified?
Possible, but extremely unlikely. The reason it is unlikely is because the intelligence community knows their members can go to jail for simple negligence by exposing a top secret document.
This is what they do. This is their business.
Correct. And the Justice Department is extremely harsh and intentionally so on members of the intelligence community who drop the ball by failing to protect these things.
What motive would a top staffer of Hillary Clinton's or anybody else near Hillary Clinton in her inner circle have to remove a classified marking from a couple of documents?
Okay, we may know the answer because the FBI now has the server, so they can look at this email and see if when Mrs. Clinton received it, top secret was removed.
Even though she's already done all these deletions, presumably not of this document.
Our colleagues in the intelligence community have told me with certainty if it was on that server, it can be extracted. I mean, unless
so
she took
they'll be able to tell how she received it and how it was marked.
Unless she took a blowtorch or a sledgehammer to the server, yes, they'll be able to do it. So if top secret was on there, then we know she lied and she committed a felony by possessing and storing top secret information on an insecure server. If top secret was not there, we will know that someone removed it. They can trace this back and see who sent it to them, and if when it was sent to the State Department, it had top secret on it, but when it was sent to Mrs. Clinton, top secret was removed.
This raises it to a whole new level because what we were discussing last night was the fact that she had said all along there was never any classified information, ever. No classified information, period, on this server.
She can't say that anymore.
Now we know that there was, not just classified, but top secret.
Right.
So what we're learning now is that not only was there top secret information on the server, but that at least this source at State believes it was marked and someone deleted the markings.
If the someone who deleted the markings did it as part of a plan to insulate Mrs. Clinton from the obligation of complying with federal law so that, again, she could keep her emails.
Or she wanted to send it to somebody.
Correct. Or she wanted to send it to someone like a colleague of hers who's not in the State Department, an advisor of her, a friend of hers, also to keep this information from the president and from everybody else in the State Department. If that was part of a plan or a plot, that's a criminal conspiracy. And under the criminal conspiracy laws, anybody in the conspiracy, anybody benefiting from that conspiracy, anybody aware of that conspiracy is liable for the acts of everybody else.
How I mean, it sounds sensational when you look at this. And by the way, this is not just Fox News. Earlier today, the Daily Beast reported that it appears increasingly likely that someone on her staff violated federal laws regarding the handling of classified materials. This is before the breaking news we just reported.
The FBI knows how to deal with this. They know that if they pursue, challenge, and indict somebody on that team, that person is going to squeal about other members on the team, and those people will squeal about the head of the team, Mrs. Clinton. And that's the classic. If
there's anything to squeal about. Correct. She's not a target right now.
Right. Right now, she's not a target, at least not a public target. She hasn't received a target letter. But she's certainly in the class of people whose behavior will be examined for failure to secure top secret information by knowingly introducing it into a venue that the government doesn't control.
I got to ask you quickly, how does this compare to the General Petraeus scandal, where he was prosecuted for having classified information at his home?
He kept it locked in a drawer. She put it in an insecure email that could easily have been hacked. This morning, I was asked on Fox and Friends in Mornings with Maria at 6 a.m., how serious are Mrs. Clinton's legal problems? And I said they were grave. Now, 16 hours later, I don't know what word to use, but they are worse than grave.
Judge, thank you.
You're welcome.
More on this as we get it.